PlayStation.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Time now to look at the race for Rookie of the Year. And of course, it's still early. A little over a month gone in this new NBA season. But let's take a look at who's made a nice impact so far. And you'll look at Bailey. What a rookie year he's having, guys, atop the rankings right now. And even though it might be a tight call, he's definitely the favorite.
And what a feeling right now for him. I mean, sitting on top of the heap of all that young talent.
Yeah, he's a clear number one right now. Nobody even close to passing.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got George. Filipowski's out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Bailey in at the 2 spot. And for New York, they've got OG Anunoby. Miles McBride out there with Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart, and it's Robinson in at the center position. And even though we're very early into the season, Stan, what do you make of the top teams in the league so far?
Well, Kevin, there's some that have definitely impressed me so far, but it's a long season. I want to see if those at the top can keep playing at that level throughout the year.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Stolen by Robinson. Anunoby with it. Bailey picks him up. It's stolen. Markkanen against Bridges. Love, no good.
0 for 3 from the floor so far. Not the start they had in mind. They need to just take a breath, reset, and keep things simple.
Now, here's Anunoby. Here's McBride. And a miss there on the triple. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Pulls up on the elbow. Robinson pulls it in.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
Pass to McBride. On the wing, Anunoby. He's guarded by Markkanen. Just 4 to shoot. Bridges. Rebounded by the Jazz. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
Three-pointer, Markkanen, and Mikal Bridges pulls it down. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Utah searching for their first points of the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Filipowski. That is his first foul of the game. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Robinson kicks to Anunoby. Over in the corner, McBride. Back to Hart. 5 to shoot. Here's Bridges. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Traps in the tray.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams, and he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
Hart, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's Markkanen. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And Love with the basket on the assist by Markkanen.
And that touch around the rim is just great from Love.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. McBride's shot is off.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
The Knicks making a switch here. According's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your New York Knicks.
now. Here's George, defended by McBride.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Hart the pass to McBride. Picked him clean. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Anunoby. Stolen by Markkanen. In the corner, it's Bridges. From outside the arc. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Jazz leading by 3. George finds Filipowski. Now here's Markkanen. Defended by Bridges. Now Filipowski. Scoreless thus far. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
The Knicks head coach and I were able to chat. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight. And he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Just 3 to shoot. The shot by Filipowski, no good. The Knicks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
The Knicks making a switch here. Dottie's checked in.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
McBride with the ball. To the middle. Here's Hart, and the layup's good off the glass. Hart's got his second bucket tonight.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show up for the best move. Let's go! Let's see those best moves. Next.
And he's checked in for the Knicks. Jazz also changing it up. Niang comes in for Kyle Filipowski. And it's Collier in for George. Utah's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
Clarkson finds Hart. Rebounded by Bailey.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
He gets that one.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
1:29 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Hart. Misses from close range. Utah leading. To the paint. Here's Bailey. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Josh Hart. The Jazz shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Here's Hakordi. No scoring in this one. McBride passes to Hart. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession. Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him 2 early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes in there.
The free throw drops for Collier. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Anderson, and Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Utah shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. The first one falls.
Well, a player like Anderson will always have a role because he's a glue guy who can do a little of everything, and he doesn't need the ball to make an impact.
Knicks trail by 5. Yabusele, the screen. Here's Clarkson, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Jazz lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
Guerschon Yabusele is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Accordi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Coming onto the floor for the Jazz, number 13, Walter, number 13.
Knicks on defense. It's a three-point game. Anderson with the ball. Brogdon picks him up. Collier cans it from downtown. Collier's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Jazz.
Well, slow and steady, Anderson just goes about his business.
Clarkson on the wing. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position. And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
And here is Brogdon, still without a basket. Clarkson taking his time here. Back to Brogdon, 4 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Collier. The rebound by Yabusele. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Here's Clarkson. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Get up and get ready for fun, man. It's your Knicks breaker and crew.
And the Jazz making a change here. Stan, the basketball term, finish the cut. What happens when you don't do that?
Well, 2 things can happen on that, Kevin. Number 1, when you don't finish the cut, you slow down and you take away a chance of getting a layup off the pass. And then the second thing is it leads to turnovers because of that, because the guy passing the ball is expecting you to continue your cut, to finish it, and you don't, and the ball's thrown out in front and out of bounds in a lot of cases.
Knicks trail by 4. Pass to Yabusele. Here's McBride. Here's on an open. He's covered by Niang. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And one thing you can count on from Anunoby is effort on both ends. He's a key part of this team.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
That one is off.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And the Knicks making a change here. Kolic's checked in. A switcher also for Utah. Kevin Love's checked in for George Niang. George dishes to Markkanen. Love outside. Pass to Collier. Here's Filipowski. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
To the inside. And that one's good. Kolic.
And they repeatedly closed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Collier. Takes it off the glass. Collier's got 5 points in the quarter.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut.
Count that bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now, here's George. Nothing on the board. Pass to Love. Back to George. They set the pick. Outside, Markkanen. Here's Love. The rebound by Yabusele. New York trailing. Down low, Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Outside, George. The Jazz working the ball around now. Collier, that's good. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. For the Knicks, Robinson's checked in for Gershon Yabusele. And Hart subbed in for OG Anunoby. And Utah with a change here, too. Bailey is checked in for Collier. And Stan, Utah has been all about basketball up until last year. The Jazz, the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
Pass to Filipowski. Now Bailey, defended by McBride.
I like Bailey attacking the rim at that size.
Knicks trail by 3. Here's Bridges. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
That one on Love.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Knicks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. He misses the free throw.
And a talented swingman. Bridges is someone to keep an eye on as he continues to round out his game. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Here's Markkanen. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Here's Bailey. And Utah again with the bucket.
That's what made Ace Bailey a top 5 pick. His supreme talent as a pure shot maker.
With a screen on George. Driving to the basket. And the shot goes in. Kolic has got his second bucket of the night.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Now Filipowski. Still scoreless. Back to Markkanen. And he banks in the layup. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And made only about a quarter of their shots in the first. Totally flat, but they bounced back and built the lead here with a much better second quarter.
Here's McBride. Pass to Kolek. With a screen on George. And that one's good. Kolek has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
And the basket by Bailey.
A little contact like that isn't going to do much to alter Bailey.
It's Hart on the wing. Defended by Filipowski. Back to Hart. And Hart throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy. Just the D, afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Substitution for your Knicks. Gershon Yabusele. OG Anunoby.
36 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Filipowski passes to George. Good on the dribble.
A lot of confidence from George shooting the 3 early in his career.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. Trailing by 5. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And it was a matchup you thought they would have cruised through, but they actually dropped the game in this series last year.
Here's Bailey, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Bailey's got the lead up to 7 now for the Jazz.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's Utah, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
These first-year guys, very impressive so far. Now it is, who can sustain this level of play?
And the key is to follow your routine. Strength, conditioning, I'm not going to say diet because I'm not on the diet, but all the things you weren't thinking about when you were in school.
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the Knicks.
They haven't been able to get anything going on the offensive end. And the lack of production doesn't just fall on the shoulders of the players. The game plan that the coaches have, it's whack. It doesn't work.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. It has been a clinic out there by Ace Bailey.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Knicks trail by 7. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. We've got Kevin Love. Markkanen is out there with Kyle Filipowski. Then there's Bailey. And it's George in at the point guard position. And the basket is good. Markkanen's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Jazz. Hart with it. Pass to McBride. Anunoby kicks to Hart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For New York, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Free throw good. Hart. He hits both from the stripe. Utah leading by 7. George in the post. Defended by McBride. Now the Knicks with it. Robinson finds Hart. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Hart. Robinson's got his first basket of the night.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Josh Hart is great at moving off ball. And he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants an ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
What determination from Bailey, not letting the D get to him.
There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
Robinson, that's good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to Markkanen. Utah moving it around. Bailey misses. Knicks trail by 6. Robinson passes to Hart. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And 12 points for Josh Hart.
Can't argue with a chance like that. Give me more of those.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. Number 1, the Knicks.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Bailey with a wide open look. And the 3 ball is good. Bailey's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, once Ace Bailey gets it going, good luck slowing him down. He can make just about any shot on any type of defender.
Good on the shot.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Outside, George. Finished off by Bailey.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. And that one misses.
And when I watch Ace Bailey, I see a wing with unlimited potential. Going forward, it's about refining that skill set and adding some strength to that frame.
Clarkson. No good. Excellent D there from Markkanen. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you got to keep George away from the basket or you can expect to get dunked on.
There's Brogdon. It's hauled in by George.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else and flat out choked him. Now a chance to see the numbers for George. how his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at me, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, look, it's not about being a stat stuffer. It's about being a guy coaches can count on and an asset to the team as a whole.
Hits it from three-point range. George has got the lead up to 13 now for Utah.
Well, he's a solid threat from outside the arc. George is a volume shooter from there for a reason.
Clarkson passes to Brogdon. Here's Hukporti. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. Here's Dadier. No good again that time. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Utah. This is the most they've led by 13 points. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist from Bailey. Love's got his second basket of the night.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Collier, he's checked in for Markkanen.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
On the wing. 6 points for him. Here's Filipowski, and he dunks it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Inside, defended by Filipowski.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Mitchell Robinson. His last 10 games, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. The Jazz making a switch here. Niang's checked in. And finished off by Bailey.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Knicks trail by 18. And here's Clarkson. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Here's Hart, and Hart throws it down.
Yeah, and over his career, Clarkson has gotten much better about moving the ball.
Utah's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Bailey. A 3-ball. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 4 rebounds in this game. Anunoby passes to Clarkson. George with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Now Filipowski. Jazz passing it around. It's George on the wing, defended by McBride. George, no good. The Knicks shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Here's Clarkson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Filipowski. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Utah Jazz.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Here's Sean Yabusele. He's checked in for Hart. Mikal Bridges comes in for OG Anunoby. And Brogdon subbed in for Miles McBride. Bridges passes to Robinson. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Landry Shamet checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Here's Collier. 8 points for him. Left side Anderson. It's rebounded by New York. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Shows creativity when making plays for his teammates. Brogdon adds a refreshing dynamic to this group.
Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Markkanen's got 4 points in the quarter.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And so it's the Utah Jazz with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll return shortly. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Utah leading by 16. Bridges out there with Guerschon Yabusele. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Shamet in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Markkanen against Clarkson. The tray. The rebound by Niang.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
First team foul.
Here's Collier. Outside, Markkanen. Yes, it is. Or that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
That's good from Bridges on the assist from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 3 assists now in this one. And the Jazz with possession. Pass to Niang. Here's Sensabaugh. And the layup is good. And the Jazz lead by 18.
George Niang.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Kevin Love's checked in for the Jazz. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
Allie, thank you so much. Clock at 4. Here's Collier. Will not go. This is off the front eye. Knicks trail by 15. Pass to Robinson. Bridges inside. Markkanen on him. Bridges misses.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Here's Collier. The Jazz again can't hit it. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Brogdon. Yes, that goes in.
And the size and muscle of Brogdon, able to shrug off the contact with ease on the way up.
Here's Collier. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Yabusele up top. New York moving the ball around. Yabusele setting a screen for Clarkson. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Coming off the kick, Clarkson varies his pace to lose defenders.
Pass to Niang. Out to the right wing. Outside, Markkanen. Markkanen a screen on Brogdon. He had a nice open look right there. And the Jazz lead by 16.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Collier. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by New York. Ursal's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brogdon the pass to Robinson. Fast break, here we go. Wide open look. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Inside. They get the rebound. Outside to Brogdon. From the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And the confidence Brogdon has in himself, it's infectious. Skilled at recognizing when to let it go.
Love outside. Pass to Collier. There's the triple. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Here's Collier. Markkanen. And good that time.
Well, he's got such a sweet shot. But at 7 feet, Markkanen can also hurt you down low. An all-around offensive talent.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Knicks trail by 15. There's a screen by Robinson. Lays it in off the window.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Jazz lead 70-57.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. Love outside. And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul.
Mitchell Robinson.
That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Love outside. Outside George. For 3. Down it goes for 3.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Now Robinson. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Jazz leading by 14. Now Markkanen. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. The 3 is off.
And, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Oh, the dunk!
Well, that's a smart pass in close quarter.
Jazz lead 73-61.
Utah's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Markkanen, the 3 goes down.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Utah.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ace Bailey.
Yeah, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Robinson. Love pulls it down. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Now, here's George. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And now we present the player of the game, Ace Bailey.